The story of Murmuring Shadows. In the far-off town of Ravenswood, settled profound inside a thick, unpropitious backwoods, there stood an unwanted house that sent shudders down the spines of even the most daring spirits. The manor's dull history cast a ghostly air that could be felt from a long way off. Simply the bravest considered wandering close to it, and even they did as such with anxiety. The manor was supposed to have been the home of the Holloway family, a once rich faction known for their particular advantages in the mysterious and taboo information. Murmurs of unholy customs and malignant spirits had for some time been related to the house, loaning a demeanor of fear to the very climate. One turbulent evening, 5 companions, drawn together by their shared love for the horrifying and the excitement of risk, chose to investigate the chateau. Among them were Sarah, a decided writer looking for the scoop that could only be described as epic, Imprint, a doubter with an interest in the obscure, Emily, a daredevil with a voracious interest, Michael, a craftsman whose mind frequently meandered into the domain of the uncanny, and Lisa, a set of experiences buff charmed by the past. As they moved toward the chateau, downpours lashed against their appearances and lightning enlightened the approaching construction. Each step they took appeared to reverberate through the passages of time, arousing the phantoms of the past. The entryway squeaked open with a frightful moan, inviting them into the core of haziness. Inside, the manor was a maze of rotting rooms and failed to remember mysteries. Dust-shrouded furniture lay frozen in time, and blurred pictures gazed down from the walls, their eyes following the gatecrashers with chilling power. Candlelight gleamed unfavorably, creating moving shaded areas that moved across the walls, making odd pictures toward the edges of their brains. As they dove further into the house, bizarre events started to unfurl. Murmuring voices appeared to rise out of the walls, repeating stories of torture and hopelessness. The air became colder, and the gathering's breath moistened before them. Objects continued all alone, and agitating reflections showed up in broken mirrors. Notwithstanding their underlying fervor, a developing disquiet bothered their hearts. Emily, anxious to demonstrate her grit, recommended they split up to investigate various pieces of the house. Sarah delayed, her editorial senses asking her to stay together. However, interest got the better of them. Hesitantly, they consented to meet back in the principal lobby following 60 minutes. As the minutes ticked by, fear gripped to all their means. Mark meandered into the manor's library, drawn by seeing an old book lying on a platform. Its pages were loaded up with secretive images and spells, their significance lost to time. As he concentrated on the book, the temperature decreased emphatically, and the shadows around him appeared to take on an unmistakable overflow of energy. Sarah, planning on uncovering the house's privileged insights, followed a thin hall that prompted a locked entryway. She felt a baffling draw towards it, her hands shaking as she went after the handle. With a resonating snap, the entryway opened up, uncovering a room that hung in obscurity. Sarah faltered, yet her editorial interest constrained her to enter. Inside, a solitary candle glinted on a table, enlightening an old diary loaded up with the ravings of a tortured soul. As she read the words out loud, a phantom figure emerged before her eyes, its empty look focused on her. In one more piece of the chateau, Michael ended up in a room embellished with representations of the Holloway family. He looked at their faces, attracted to the unpleasant commonality of their eyes. Out of nowhere, the room developed still, and a murmured voice appeared to exude from the canvases. The figures in the pictures started to move, their appearances bending into odd reshapings. Michael staggered in reverse, his heart beating as he felt a powerful presence encompass him. As the hour attracted to a nearby, the gathering reconvened in the principal lobby, their faces pale and eyes wide with dread. They related their encounters, every story more chilling than the last. The manor held insider facts outside their ability to grasp, and its malignant energy tried to catch their spirits. A frigid breeze moved throughout the corridor, smothering the candles and diving them into dimness. An evil chuckling reverberated through the air, and the very walls appeared to surround them. Alarm flooded inside their chests as the chateau's grasp fixed, and they understood the weightiness of their circumstance. Urgency drove them to discover a way. However, the chateau appeared to move its format, driving them more profoundly into its twisted profundities. Their breaths came in worn-out heaves as they experienced nebulous visions, faces reshaped in pain and reverberate of past tortures that resounded through the lobbies. In a last endeavor to escape, they coincidentally found a neglected chamber embellished with an unconventional exhibit of relics and images. A gleaming flame enlightened a picture of an evil figure, encompassed by hidden markings. As they looked at the picture, a voice reverberated to them, promising delivery in return for penance. Torn between their longing to get away and the apprehension about the obscure, the gathering confronted an incomprehensible decision. The Manor's grasp fixed, its malicious purpose substantial. With hearts weighty and spirits broken, they articulated the chant that would seal their destinies, restricting their spirits to the chateau's frightful heritage. Thus, the chateau of Ravenswood remained a demonstration of the haziness that sneaks inside the hearts of humankind. Its murmured insider facts and tortured reverberations filled in as a chilling update that a few secrets are best left immaculate and that the line between interest and noxiousness is a delicate one without a doubt.